Good morning, everyone. Why don't we get started? Well, good morning. I'll stop doing this shortly, but for anybody I haven't met yet, my name is Tom Gilligan, and I'm the new director of the Hoover Institution. I really want to welcome you here this morning. Shortly after I assumed the director duties in the fall, John Taylor and John Cogan approached me with the idea of commemorating the 95th birthday of George Shultz. They suggested that many people would want to honor someone who had done so much for humanity, our country, Stanford University, and the Hoover Institution. Their idea was brilliant, of course, and is why we're all here today. So I want to welcome you and thank you for joining us for this celebration. Now, many of you joined us last night for that celebration. I really appreciate you being there. Today's symposium is designed to honor George by focusing on areas in which he's worked his entire life: economic policy, security affairs, American institutions, and policymaking. It also honors George to approach these topics from the point of view of history's lessons. What have we learned from experience about these important challenges? Lastly, and importantly, it honors George to convene a symposium with such distinguished moderators and panelists. I know that all of you will join me in welcoming and thanking our participants for gathering to celebrate George in this way. Now, surely it's entirely unnecessary for me to provide an introduction for George Shultz to this crowd. His contributions to the Academy, to industry and government are stunning and well known to you all. I would, however, like to make a couple of remarks in an effort to give you a sense of the true affection and reverence that the extended Hoover community has for George. All of us here appreciate who he is, the leadership he exudes, and the ways in which he enriches our lives. Here are a couple of specific examples of the ways in which George inspires us all. First, this is an understatement. It's hard to believe this is an understatement, but it's an understatement. George works on significant problems. In his own life, George made major contributions to the alleviation of poverty and the promotion of economic growth and opportunity, the production of a more safe, secure, and humane international order, and the broadening of basic rights and economic and political liberties enumerated in our country's founding documents. On all of these dimensions, we still have much work to do. But George's ambition for doing work that matters is an important value for the Hoover Institution. Thanks, George, for reminding us of this duty. George also has a mastery of the human dimensions of solutions to significant problems. Those of you who spent time with George know how truly affable and gregarious he is. Indeed, as I mentioned last night, you've probably been serenaded by him a time or two. He is quick to gather knowledgeable people, often from disparate fields, and indeed opposing ideologies, to address difficult human challenges. His convening authority is legendary. Thanks, George, for reminding us that solutions to human problems require substantial engagement with others. And lastly, George models what it means to be a true public intellectual. Together with his brilliant mind and exemplary service to the Academy, industry, and government, George's commitment to the advancement of human well-being is rare. We are lucky to count George as a colleague and fortunate indeed to benefit from his wisdom and leadership. We hope you enjoyed today's event, George, and understand it is our small attempt to say thank you for all you've done for our community. And again, George, happy birthday.